Have you or a loved one been affected by pignosis? Symptoms include blaming the controller, banning your own viewers, and saying, that's impossible 47 times a stream. However, there is hope. Welcome to Duty Streams, the internet's premier center for DSP analysis, memes, and emergency anti-pignosis treatment. We expose the cope, we study the salt, and we ask the hard questions. Did the game really screw him, or was it just another skill issue? Subscribe to Duty Streams today, because pignosis spreads fast, but laughter spreads faster.
What happened with Marvel Tokon yesterday? I just hate to say it, I really don't have confidence in modern fighting games anymore. I just don't. I would say the best modern fighters that came out in the last few years would have been Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. I think both are fine games in their own right. Personally, I don't really love Street Fighter 6 anymore. I got very bored with it because it's very samey and it hasn't really evolved or changed at all over the years. It pretty much plays exactly the same and it's very boring now. Tekken 8 I liked, but I said I could only play basically one game competitively, so I put all my time into Street Fighter 6 and I dropped Tekken 8. I do like Tekken 8. I don't think I would get back into it at this point. I'd be years behind, okay? But outside of that, when you take a look at all of these games that have been coming out, Invincible Versus, and now Marvel Tokon, these are the new wave of fighters. They run bad, they play bad. I don't know what's going on besides their cash grabs, because I think that is the case. What they've done is these companies have grabbed IPs, okay? They've decided to make games based off of them. They make them look nice. But all they're doing is manufacturing a product for sale to print money rather than the actual quality of the game they're in. And what I mean by that is, if you take a look at games like Invincible Versus and Marvel Tokon, these are easy mode games for easy mode gamers. They're flashy. They're insanely easy to play. Almost no execution needed. You don't even have to do special move motions for these games. All the special moves are push a direction and press a button. Okay? You literally do combos by dialing a button. You don't have to do a sequence or timing. You just mash a button and you get an auto combo. Okay? The games are based pretty much solely on mashing buttons and timing assists. That's almost the entirety of these games. And in any of these games, if you get a single hit, it pretty much always guarantees losing half of your health bar or more with little to no execution. It's not like, oh, they could take half your health bar, but man, they got to be good players who have really great timing and execution and they practice. No, the games are piss easy to play. Okay? So just game mechanics wise, these new fighters are dog shit. Okay? This is coming from someone who has played fighting games his entire life, who grew up playing these games in arcades. To me, it blows my mind that this is where fighting games have gone, because they have literally abandoned any semblance of skill or challenge. It's all about easy mode shit so that the commoners can play, and it waters the games down. Sorry, I know that might sound elitist. You might be like, oh, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to gatekeep fighting games? Well, yeah, because they're supposed to be competitively challenging games. That's the point. When you take that factor away, now the games all play exactly the same and they are fucking boring. And I think that's what's now happened with me is I am so turned off by these new modern fighters. I get no enjoyment out of playing them. I literally get a stomach ache when I go to play these games online and someone from mid-screen, not up close, mid-screen, someone pokes me with an attack, and now I lose 50% health because of it. I just don't want to play them anymore, okay? So not only do the games play badly, but in the case of Marvel Tokon, this game is utter dog shit on PC. ArcSys has no idea how to develop games for PC. I'm going to repeat what I just said. ArcSys has no actual competency in developing games for PC. This game runs horribly on PC. It stutters, it freezes, it has memory issues. It actually auto-minimizes while you're playing and moves off of your screen. I've never seen another game do that before. It actually says, I'll just put this over here. No, I'm playing. Why did you do that? Yesterday, in the middle of me playing, it disabled my joystick. The joystick just stopped functioning during the gameplay. Huh? Have you ever seen a game do that? What is going on? You go online to find an opponent, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. It's launch week. People are playing the game, stupid. Why can't I find anyone online? Because the game sucks. Then when the time you finally get a match, it lags to shit, 100 millisecond connection. Or if it's a good match, poke, lose all your health bar. Huh? I got hit once, so how did I lose? Because that's the game. The game is dog shit anyway. Oh. Okay. So basically, it's this simple. All right? Not only is the gameplay elements bad, I don't like the gameplay elements of this game, the game also runs like ass. So even if I wanted to attempt to learn how to play the game, it would be like nails on a chalkboard. It would be so cringe. It would be so annoying because the game runs like shit. Keep in mind, I've played Street Fighter 6, I've played Tekken 8, I've played many other fighters on my PC. It's not my PC. It's this game. It is incredibly poorly developed by ArcSys. They don't know what they're doing. Okay? So, as I stated the other day, I'm not one of these glazing, ball-sucking FGC shills. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that the game is good because I rely on views and revenue from this game. I'm a variety creator. I moved away from the FGC for reasons just like this. I hate bandwagoning and I hate bullshit. And to see the big figureheads in the FGC say shit like this is a great game, it's a hype game. The game is fucking garbage, okay? It's made for fucking newbies. It's not entertaining whatsoever. It's in the same vein as Invincible Versus. It's in the same vein as Dragon Ball Fighters. For me, it's in the same vein as Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I also didn't like that game. Go back 12, 13 years ago when that game was out, and I said I didn't like it either. I felt like any game where the entire game is based on poking someone once and then getting an insane combo, you've won. That's not a good fighting game. You're skipping 80% of the mechanics of what's supposed to make a fighting game good. When you dumb down the controls to the point anyone can do a soul-crushing combo that ends the round, you miss the point of fighting games. I know that they're flashy. I know that hype beasts love to hype these up and watch them on streams, and the tournaments are entertaining to watch, but they're not good fighting games for competitive reasons. I don't care what the competitive FGC says. They're lying to you because they want views on their streams and they want to make revenue on these games and they want the FGC to be hype. That's why they say these games are good. They're not. Okay? I have no idea if this is true or not. Someone wrote me a message yesterday saying, Justin Wong called you out on his stream last night saying that you just don't understand the mechanics of Marvel Tokon. That's why you don't like it. Well, here, I don't know if Justin actually said that or not. All right? But I'm going to respond directly to the comment. No, it's not that I don't understand the mechanics of Marvel Tokon. It's that I do understand them, and that's the problem. I hate them. I like traditional fighting games that have zoning, that have, footsies, that has mix-ups, spacing, timing, actual skill required to play, having all of these elements. It's a thinking man's game. I don't like games where you get one lucky hit and you win the entire round because the game's so easy to play and everyone's so easy to execute that kind of damage that the game is already over. It's garbage, especially when you're playing in an online environment and you really can't even quickly respond to things a lot of the time. How are you supposed to play that garbage? I'm not an FGC shill that has to lie to you and tell you that garbage is good to make money, okay? So I can be truthful with my audience and tell you Marvel Tokon is dog shit. It's made for people who aren't good at fighters. That's the actual purpose of the game, to make anyone who sucks mash buttons, get giant combos, and play with Marvel characters. Now that Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday are going to be huge movies and all that, they're trying to bank on that. That's literally the design of the game. That's why they created it, okay? So when you hear big people in the FGC saying, Marvel Tokon hype, buy it on PS5, buy it again, buy it a second time on PS5, I want you to just think about this with one level of intelligence. Maybe use one brain cell to just think about this. Out of everyone on planet Earth, who stands to benefit the most by you believing that Marvel Tokon is good? Literally the person telling you it's good. Because if you believe it's good, You're now going to tune into their streams. You're now going to watch them play the game. You're going to watch tournaments of the game. You're going to provide them revenue. They're telling you garbage is good because there's nothing else. Street Fighter 6 is played out. It's been out for many years, and everyone agrees it's boring because it hasn't evolved. We need something new now to get people involved in fighters. Why would people give a FGC player money on a stream? Because they believe that the new game is good and they're hyped for it and they want to watch and play it. So don't believe the hype. These people are disingenuous and they're telling you things are good that aren't because they want you to line their pockets. It's the only reason. Otherwise, they'd be truthful. But guess what? If they admitted that these modern games suck, they'd have nothing to stream. These people aren't exactly the biggest personalities out there. All right? They're known for playing fighting games. So they need fighting games to play or they can't get anyone to watch their shit. So these modern fighters suck. Sorry, I'm not playing them. I've got more than enough other things to do. Okay? I've got tons of things. People are very, competing for my time. Play this game. Do this project. Do this thing. Do this thing. I don't need to play bad stuff. And I'm not going to. Okay? I'm tired of wasting my time on garbage. All right? I just don't care. So I'm not going to do it. You have to be smarter than that. You do. You have to understand that shills are shills. That's why they are in the positions that they're in. Okay? Hate to tell you this. Even in the FGC, do you know what they actually call those big-time shills in the FGC? NPCs. Do you want to know why they call them that? Because they're not actual individual thought humans anymore. They're literally pushers of the big machine. They're there just to push product. That's why they get every sponsorship. That's why they're doing cameos in Street Fighter movies, because they're the people who get paid to say things are good. So they say things are good. Yet people somehow believe it. They don't understand these are paid product placements every single fucking time. I don't get it. I don't know how people are this ignorant, but apparently they are. Marvel Tokon fucking sucks. If you want to play a game where all you do is button mash and get giant combos and flashy stuff with Marvel characters, that's your game. But outside of that level, that is not a game that's competitive. That is a game for ass players, and that is a game for people who don't care about the quality of fighting games to make bucks on. Period. I've done it with it. I'm not playing it again. Don't ever bring it up. I'm not wasting time on garbage. Okay.